Welcome back, you guys. Today I want to talk about the fear of failure, but also the fear of success and trying to find a balance, which is exactly what I managed to find with my appearance today. I don't think I quite failed, but I definitely did not succeed. So if we can just take what I managed to do to my appearance into our career, into our lives, into our business, we will be set in stone. You know, it is absolutely wild to me. The fact that we are terrified of both failure and success. Are we not? Listen, okay. Obviously, I think we all have a fear of failing. And the people who, I guess you could say, are kind of no-lifers and who have very much so failed in life. And I don't mean people who have tried and it didn't work. That is not failing. It's not. I say this to you as I need to say this to myself. Because I would never look at somebody else who tried something and it didn't work and be like, you're such a failure, loser. You know, I would never. No, I would be like, okay, that approach didn't work. As Thomas Edison once said, you can find 1,000 ways how not to make a light bulb, but you need to figure out how to make it work. Okay, but like it's all data points. So you figured out 1,000 ways that didn't work. That doesn't mean you failed, right? So this is something that I need to tell myself because I am so hard on myself. But once again, like I will look at other people and be like, you've got this. You did one cool thing that is incredible. Like you don't have to do anything else for the rest of your life because you did that. That is, I mean, I would encourage you to do more because I think the people who do one cool thing want to start doing more cool things because it's inspiring and it's like a snowball effect. You do one thing and it motivates you to keep going. But I could look at somebody who did literally just one cool thing and I would literally be like, you are on fire. I admire you so much. But then myself, I'm like, I have to do like 10 cool things a year. Literally, I have a monthly bucket list and I really shoot myself if I can't get one thing super cool done each month. So 10 would actually be failing to me if I can't hit 12 or like 14 in 1 year. Anyway, I can't wait to tell you guys what I'm doing next week. Oh my gosh. So I think that, yeah, we all have this fear of failing. And the people where I was trying to go with this originally is who genuinely fail. Like, they're living on the streets. They have no motivation whatsoever. They have genuinely failed in life. These people, at some point, gave up. At some point, they gave up. You know, and that is what creates a failure right there, is when you give up. If you don't have success, but you have ambition and you are actively taking steps towards your goal, you are not a loser and you are not a failure. You are not. People who give up are failures because they quit trying. Which is why it's funny to me that we also fear success. Because it's pretty obvious why we would fear failure. I mean, if you fail, like, it affects the hierarchy of needs. Like, literally, what place do you have in life, in society, in the tribe, so to speak, if you are a failure? Nobody wants you because you're just kind of worthless, you know? But why are we scared to be successful? Why are we scared to be leaders? Why are we scared of the alternative? It doesn't make sense, right? And it's funny because I've heard so many entrepreneurs and just badass business people say this, that they're terrified of both ends of the spectrum. They're like, I don't want to fail, obviously, but I'm terrified to succeed. They're like, I want to be just in the middle, but I'm not content in the middle because I'm not successful. And it's almost more tempting to just fail than to try and succeed. It's more tempting, but notice I didn't say it's easier, because in fact it is actually harder. I've noticed it is actually harder to chase away from your dream, chase some other thing, whatever it is that you might be chasing instead of your dream. Like I keep saying, the things that we want to do are the things that we're not doing. The things that we don't want to do are the things that we're actually doing. So these are the things that we're doing instead of chasing after our goal, which is actually harder than chasing after the thing that we want to do, that our passion and desire and our aim is all driven towards. We're actually running away from it. We're fighting the current. We're fighting the current. Have you ever ran the opposite direction on a treadmill? It's not fun. Have you ever tried swimming across a current that's flowing the other way? Have you ever tried walking backwards, for goodness sake? It's hard. It's a lot harder than you think. And when you're doing this, actively taking steps away from your goal, you're getting so far back when you could be getting so much closer. And I think the reason we do this is because it's so easy to lose sight of our goal, our dream. Because especially when other people don't see it in us, it's hard for us to hold the vision ourselves because we're the only ones who see it, because it's supernatural. That is why it's called a vision. That's why it's called a dream. But when this happens, we're taking active steps away from it, which is literally just hurting ourselves. That's literally hurting ourselves. That's like some form of self-harm. If you think about it, like, I'm trying to make this as difficult as possible to listen to so you realize what you're actually doing. And I'm trying to put it into perspective because I know I'm guilty of this myself in certain categories. And I've noticed this myself by just being very, very, very self-aware. And I'm like, why is it that I'm literally doing this? Taking actionable steps away from what I'm trying to get towards. And it is because I'm scared. It is. I'm scared of both failure and success. I'm scared of trying to succeed and failing on the way. And I'm also scared of failing, just flat out failing because I'm not trying to succeed, right? And I'm like, okay, you know what? Again, it's easier to just go for it and like literally taking the actionable steps towards what it is that you want to do is easier. How many times do I need to say this? Than going the opposite direction. It's easier. And how many times do we try to take the easy route? If you want to take the easy route out, like this is it, but it's actually the easy route in. So why not try it? I mean, if you love a challenge, so do I. And I think maybe that's partly why I'm trying to go the harder route, because I'm like, let's try challenging myself even more and seeing what happens. But as I said before, the people who actually make it in life, who actually win in life, are the people who go after their dreams. And it is actually that simple. It is actually, in fact, that simple, because you wouldn't believe how many people don't. How many people do you know around you who talk about their big dream, but they have their Pee-wee's Big Adventures big butt? Let's talk about your big butt. I want to do this, But this big but is what stops them. And I think everybody has a big but. Right? We want to be the few people who don't have a big butt. I feel like I can make an entire episode just on this topic alone. Should I do that? Would that be really funny? Just have this. Oh my gosh, I think we need to do it. So I want to ask you guys, what is holding you back? What is your big but? Why can you not get past this fear? Now that you see it from this point of view, does that change your mind? Does it make you realize, you know what? That's true. That's true. And what harm would it really cause you to try? Did you know the number one regret people have in life is not following their dreams? And on some shape or form or another, this is what it boils down to. When a poll was done asking a bunch of people basically on their deathbed what they regretted most in life. And this is what they said. The majority of the answers boiled down to was that they wished that they would have fulfilled their life's purpose and followed their dreams. That's deep, you guys. That is really, really deep. And imagine if it's actually easier than not. Can you imagine? And maybe you would actually live longer if you were to follow your dreams, live a happy life, live or work a job that you like, have more time, for goodness sakes, more time, for goodness sake, to actually enjoy your life because you could be working for yourself. My primary niche is I help entrepreneurs build their dream business. If you are an entrepreneur or if you are an aspiring, just very ambitious person who has a really big dream and you just feel sunk in your dream, feel like you're losing sight of shore, feel like you just have so many rough ripples that you just can't seem to get out of, maybe you feel like you're swimming against the current. Make Waves Life Coaching is here to help you. I offer a free 40-minute discovery call to figure out if we're a good fit for each other, if I can help you with where you're stuck at, and figure out what we could do to get your life on the right track, get your dreams into your future, like literally make your dreams a reality and get you living a life that is genuinely fulfilling. Because is there anything worse than hating your life? We have one chance at this life, you guys. Not to sound so cliche and dramatic, but it's true. We have one chance at this life. Unless you believe in reincarnation and all that, then I guess you could argue that. But for the sake of this episode, pretend it's only one. And, you only have one chance to do it right. But if you do it right, once is enough. If you do it right. I want you to take the actionable step to doing that right and book a free discovery call and see where this could go, where this could flow. If you're flowing in the current that is flowing the right way. I'm done. I will talk to you guys in the next episode. Go out there and make waves. Mwah.